get that big decision that you were just talking about any day now on George Zimmerman and whether or not that prosecutor will indeed press charges. The prosecutor says that she's going to announce that, as we have just been discussing, sometime over the course of tomorrow. Judge Andrew Napolitano is our Fox News senior judicial analyst, and he joins me now. What about the timing of that announcement? What will that tell us in and of itself?
Well, I mean, if she's very savvy in terms of public relations, she's going to charge him, she's going to want maximum publicity. She'll do it around noon on Friday. Right. If she's not going to charge him with some form of homicide, she'll do it on Friday afternoon, so that it'll be buried with the weekend news. Look, this is not going to go away, no matter how she addresses this. The clamor for justice is almost overwhelming. She needs to do something, not to please those clamoring for justice, but to do the right thing with the evidence. Only she knows how strong the evidence is and what's credible, what charges, if any, will hold up in a courtroom in Florida.
Quickly, before we get to Zimmerman and his strange behavior right now, I mean, why not put it to a grand jury? Why not put that burden on the grand jury?
You know, I don't know what's in her head. She has the authority to bring all of this to a grand jury and put the burden on them. She may feel that this is so incendiary that she doesn't want to burden ordinary citizens with it, that she might have difficulty getting 23 people to agree to be on the grand jury, that she might have difficulty disguising their identity because grand jurors meet in secret. She may be willing to put all this burden on herself. In Florida, prosecutors are publicly elected. They run for office. This prosecutor was appointed to this job for just this case by the Attorney General. Her job does not depend on her popularity. Right.
So no reason to think that she's making any political moves in that sense.
Doesn't appear to be.
She was appointed to do that, as you say. Talk to me a little bit about George Zimmerman's behavior and what he has just done to himself legally by disappearing, essentially.
Well, cutting off communications with his own lawyers is a terrible thing to do. But the worst thing you can do is, from the point of view of his own legal future, is to agree to talk to the prosecutor's investigators. I mean, that is a dream come true for the prosecutors. A defendant willing to dump his lawyers and speak to you directly without the lawyers there, this is almost unheard of. It's another sign of personal recklessness on the part of Zimmerman, not unlike the recklessness with which he probably engaged at the scene of the killing of Trayvon Martin.
Can that in and of itself come back to bite him if this goes to trial?
Oh, absolutely.
The behavior that he has right now in terms of undercutting his credibility in how, you know, he's handling this case.
Look, when a potential defendant agrees to speak with prosecutors in the presence of lawyers, there are rules that govern what the prosecutors must tell the lawyers and what the lawyers can do about interfering with the conversation
to protect
him. Exactly. He's removed that protective barrier. He's exposed himself, and literally anything he says or does can and will be used against him.
All right, Judge, thank you